Hey, Universe, welcome to another episode of Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. We got a good one for you tonight. It's the Baltimore Orioles at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the Orioles. Leading off is the center fielder, Al Bumbry. Batting second, the second baseman, Frank Grant. Batting third and playing shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. Batting fourth and playing first base, Eddie Murray. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Brooks Robinson. Batting sixth in left field, Frank Robinson. Batting seventh in right field tonight, Mike Devereaux. Batting eighth is the catcher, Chris Hoyles. And pitching and batting ninth for the Orioles, Jim Palmer. And for the home Pirates, leading off is the shortstop, Hannes Wagner. Batting second is the third baseman, Bill Madlock. Batting third, I can't read my own writing. Batting third is the right fielder, Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth at first base tonight, Willie Stargell. Batting fifth is the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. Batting sixth, left fielder, Andy Van Slyke. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jason Kendall. Batting eighth in center field, Andrew McCutchen. And pitching and batting ninth for the Pirates, Babe Adams. So once again for the Orioles, we have Bumbry, Grant, Ripken, Murray, Robinson, Devereaux, Hoyles, and Palmer. For the Pirates, we have Wagner, Madlock, Clemente, Stargell, Mazeroski, Van Slyke, Kendall, McCutchen, and Adams. It's late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe, the Baltimore Orioles at the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is my favorite park in all of America, PNC. I love it. Hope everyone enjoyed Little League nights in the Utopian Baseball Universe. Got a really fun weekend for you. Tomorrow night, it's Utopian Roulette at 7 o'clock Central. But we'll focus on tonight right now. We got Orioles Pirates, Babe Adams on the hill. It's way too early in the Utopian season to count out any team, but the Pirates are in last place right now. The Orioles, I believe, coming into tonight, are in fourth. Here we go, Al Bumbry at the plate.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. Here it comes. Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down.
Al Bumbry with a leadoff single.
I know we're just one batter into this game, but this pitcher's going to have to be aggressive in the strike zone. He cannot consistently fall behind and give these guys 1-0, 2-0, 3-1, or he's going to have a long
I cannot wait till the day where I can go back to PNC. Here's Frank Grant, the second baseman.
Now a throw over to first. Runner's back. Mullins gets his lead at first, nobody out. And another throw over. And the runner back. Stepping in now, Ramon Urias. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
2-2 count to Grant.
Throw over to first. And he has to dive.
Adams is preoccupied with Bumbry at first. He's thrown over there 3 times now in this at-bat. Cal Ripken on deck.
Hit in the air down the left field line. settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to.
Andy Van Slyke getting the start in left tonight for the Pirates. Ralph Kiner getting the night off.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road?
Tom McLean's picks to click tonight are Eddie Murray and Willie Stargell, both playing first base, both batting fourth tonight. We'll keep an eye on what they're doing. Cal Ripken at the plate. Ripken to deep left field. Into the gap.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And they're going to take a 1-0
RBI double for Cal Ripken's son as the Orioles take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
So he's able to cruise home all the way from first after the guy at the plate does his job and gets good one on a pitch for a double.
Here's Eddie Murray.
At the plate now, Eddie Murray. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Everything I saved tonight saved for whatever reason, so I must be getting better at this. We've got Murray, Ripken, Robinson, Wagner, Clemente, Stargell. This is to deep left. This is trouble. Van Slyke at the wall. He'll make the play. Ripken's going to hold it second, 2 away. Brooks Robinson, the batter. He's having a big year. .287. He's got 9 homers already on the year. Got a chance to add to the Baltimore lead here.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Got him swinging as he
Babe Adams gets Robinson on strikes to end the inning, but Cal Ripken puts the Orioles up on an RBI double. One of the great things about the Utopian, you see players like Cal Ripken. He never had an at-bat in the major leagues in Pittsburgh, the best that I can remember.
ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. Dan, any thoughts?
But yet he plays here in Pittsburgh every other year. Of course, in the opposite years, the Pirates go to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Jim Palmer, by the way, making his first start in almost a month. He had some elbow issues that have been worked out. So he returns to the rotation. He's 3-2 on the year, ERA under 4. Hannes Wagner leading off for the Pirates. So a question here is, how do the results differ from previous model use? Graphics clearly better on the show. When we do RBI on Mondays, I actually play the game. When I do MLB The Show on Friday nights, it's a straight simulation. Great question. The reason I do that is I just haven't learned MLB yet. I don't want any 27-0 games. So we do a straight simulation. I make the lineups in advance. RBI, we play it out on a hard level. I kind of like the variety, and that's what we're going to do going forward. Next year in year 4, we're going to do 3 RBI sims a week and 2 MLB The Show and 4 Out of the Park. Danny Pearson, probably the best traveled member of the universe when it comes to these game streams, is here tonight at PNC. Good to see Danny here tonight.
Stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
At the plate, Wilmer Defoe. And when Yankees
Bill Madlock, the batter. Clemente on deck.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Santander waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Next to hit, Roberto Clemente. First cuts for him.
Orioles and Pirates had two great World Series against each other in the 70s, 71 and 79. The Pirates won both of them. And if I'm not mistaken, I think both of them went 7 games, and both of them were won by the road team in Game 7. Danny Pearson's on a Utopian Ballpark tour. We need many Danny Pearsons in the Utopian. Good to have you here. Roberto Clemente, the batter. Pirates trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Willie Stargell on deck.
This might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. Grounded down the third.
Clemente down the left field line. That's a fair ball.
Throw into second.
He's in there with a double. 2-out double for Clemente. Good piece of hitting here. Brooks Robinson made no effort. Throw almost gets away from Frank Grant. Willie Stargell, 2020's Home Run Derby champion in the Utopian.
In now, Willie Stargell.
Of course, our Clemente's going to make it in the third on the wild pitch. Jonathan from Baseball Harmony's here tonight, adding the seasoning that only he can. Favorite to win the Utopian. It is early. 3 teams from each division make it. I got to tell you, Danny, Miami is playing some good ball right now. You look at their record, what they're doing on the road, run differential, their pitching, their hitting. Miami right now is the top team. But don't count out teams like the Braves and Reds. They've been to 2 championships against each other. The Brewers are red hot. The Cubs are right there. The Rockies are playing good ball. Hard to pick a favorite, but we're seeing a little bit of parity this year. We're seeing some teams we don't normally see.
So stepping in is
Bill Mazeroski, the batter. It's first and third, 2 outs.
ready with the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2 count to Mazeroski, the pitch.
Struck him out.
Palmer gets out of a jam.
Pulling a rabbit out of your hat.
We're through 1 here in Pittsburgh. The Orioles lead it 1-0.
Pirates strand a couple. They're down.
You know, 11:30 might be the way to go. It's 11:30 on Friday. I've got 4 people watching right now. I'm lucky to get 2 when I do 6 o'clock.
Now to the plate.
So if you're watching, thank you for being here. We're going to hit, I predict we're going to hit 1,400 members probably this weekend. We're at 1,388 right now. Thank you big time to Tom McLean, bringing in a ton of people lately.
1-1.
Frank Robinson, the batter, here in the second. Orioles lead it 1-0. I'm sipping on some peachy pineapple juice.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game. When guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
The 2-2 one more time.
Love that organ music.
And this will miss down low in the dirt. So
3-2 count to Robinson.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. But you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Another payoff pitch. Pops this one up.
Bill Matlock makes the play. My new cat Piper in the building tonight, causing havoc. I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's on furniture she shouldn't be on. And I'll let that slide because we're doing live television right now. I got 5 viewers right now. What do you want, sweetie? I just gave you a treat.
So now to the plate, Anthony Santander.
Mike Devereaux, the batter. I just joined a Facebook group recently dedicated to Mike Devereaux. So shout out to the Devereaux and its creator, Shemaya Cortez. Devereaux down on strikes. Danny's rooting for the Orioles tonight because he has an autographed ball from Brooks Robinson. Well, that's good enough reason. That's a solid reason.
Into the box now, Pedro Severino. And he goes down and gets this one as it's lifted high into the air out to medium deep center.
Easy inning for Babe Adams as we head to the bottom of the second. Orioles lead at 1-0. Andy Van Slyke leading off for the Pirates.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Ben Gamble, and they could use a spark from him here.
6, 7, 8 due up for the Pirates here. Van Slyke, Kendall, and McCutcheon facing Jim Palmer, the Utopian Baseball Universe's resident underwear model. They get Van Slyke on strikes. Jason Kendall, the catcher. Kendall fouls one off.
Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And the slider.
Palmer with another strikeout. Looks like he pulled the string on that one a little bit.
The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat out, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Andrew McCutcheon, the center fielder.
Stepping in now, Anthony Alford.
1-1 count.
And this is lifted to shallow
Looks like
center
Palmer's
field.
going to have an easy inning.
Trying to get there.
Frank Grant makes the play as we head to the third.
And that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. It remains 1.
It's late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. We got a good crew tonight. Facebook users in the building. All right, good question here. Why does it say Stallings instead of Kendall? So MLB The Show has a pool of about 200 players I can pull from, and I try to pull as many as I can. For the rest of it, we just kind of use our imagination. For me to create every player in the universe would take me way too much time I don't have. So to try to honor the Utopian rosters, I go by our rosters, and then what you see on screen sometimes doesn't match. Very good question. I get that a lot, and I'm glad I'm called out on it, so it doesn't make me look like I'm just like I can't read. But thank you for the question. So an example is like Babe Adams is the starting pitcher tonight for the Pirates. Babe Adams not listed on this game. So we just have to use our imagination a little bit. I try to focus on the clothes they're wearing, if you will. But very good question. Thank you.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Great spot.
Third strikeout for Adams here in the third.
On the inside corner any better than that. As a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right.
Frank Grant is the batter. He's 0 for 1.
Into the box, Ramon Urias. Right on that
Grant's going to have himself a 2-out single. He's going to bring up Cal Ripken, who had that RBI double.
To the plate now, Cal Ripken. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up.
Ripken's going to see a 3-2 count here. There's a man on first, 2 outs. Orioles lead at 1-0 here in the third.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Full count still.
Danny wants to know if we can use our imagination
Another one sent foul.
and not make him wait 100 years to see the Cubs win the Utopian.
Is off first with 2 away.
That, I don't know what to say on that. I'll be honest. The fact that in our first 2 seasons we had the exact same championship result, the odds of that happening are literally 1 in a million. Just the math alone, 32 times 32 times 32 times 32. I believe that's like 1 in a million. I don't know. But they're playing good ball this year, Danny. Here's Eddie Murray, dangerous switch-hitting first baseman, getting the start for Baltimore tonight. Caught by Madlock to end the inning. Although, Danny, I do understand where you're coming from. At least you have a championship in the last 6 years. The last time my team won a championship, I was 11 years old. I'm 46 right now.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Lions Super Bowl. I would love a Cleveland Browns Super Bowl. Then you can take me. Babe Adams, the batter here in the third, draws a walk. That's not how Jim Palmer wants to start the third inning here.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Hannes Wagner, the batter, he popped up. You'll notice there's no number on the back of that jersey. Some goofy mascot. I don't know the names of all the mascots. I do apologize. Chicago Dogs almost won it last year. I'm going to be at my first Dogs game on the 10th. Thank you, Jonathan. 1-6-3 double play. Look at that. They even threw the jacket on Babe Adams.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time.
Nice play here by Palmer. Perfect throw to Ripken. In time to Murray. Here's Bill Madlock.
To 2-2 now.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
2-2 pitch to Matlock here.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline.
Murray's going to take that himself. We're going to head to the 4th inning here.
The inning is over.
1-0 Orioles. Late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. Jonathan Lee is here. Danny Pearson. I believe Tom McLean is in the building.
Fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job.
I don't. You guys in Chicago, do you guys have Myers down there? Meyer, M-E-I-J-E-R. The J is silent.
Thanks, Heidi.
I went to a Meyer tonight for some nacho ingredients. You know, the cheese, the chips, and the whatnot. And I walked by their apparel, and I found a Shohei Ohtani jersey for $10 and a Cleveland Guardians warm-up jersey for $40.
Lofted in the air after
So I pounced on that. I'll be displaying those this weekend.
he
I might just have to go there in the future. And they're not like knockoffs. They're like the what's the brand? I don't know. I'll show them to you later tomorrow. Good quality. They had Tiger shirts, Cubs shirts. A lot of Brewer stuff, obviously. Where's Piper? Where's my girl? I hear you. I don't see you. If you're scoring at home, the Utopian Baseball Universe has an official pet. I adopted a cat 7 days ago. It took her about 3. Majestic, yes. I was surprised to see the Cleveland Guardians in there. There were about a dozen of those. They had one in my size. And then the Shohei shirt was on clearance for $10. So very happy with that.
We got ourselves an awesome battle going on right here. Bottom line, the guy who's going to win this situation is the guy who executes.
Well, Danny, I don't know if you have any plans on the 10th, but I'll be in Chicago on the 10th with other members of this universe. I got a nice surprise today. So we'll be there that night. Do you want to join us before or after?
He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think
Orioles draw a 1-out walk.
So he has to put it behind him now.
Digging in next, Anthony Santander struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got
Mike Devereaux, the batter.
He was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this evening.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. Into the corner and slicing foul.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more.
I'm definitely have to get a Chicago Dogs hat on the 10th.
This one's down to third. Scooped up over to Mazeroski.
Devereaux grounds into a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Clemente, Stargell, and Mazeroski. 3 Pirate legends due up for the Pirates in the 4th.
Next up,
Clemente doubled his first time. He's 1 for 1 tonight, facing Jim Palmer.
And that's been their only hit so far in this one. They've been dealing with some.
It's so weird getting old, guys. I know I'm probably I don't know if I'm the oldest person in this room right now, but I need my glasses to see the TV, but I have to take them off to look at the phone. If I try to look at the TV without them, it's blurry. If I look at my phone with the glasses, it's blurry. It's hard to explain.
and there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Willie Stargell due up next for the Pirates.
You can tell from their dugout, this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
And he fouls this one off.
I still haven't written Sunday yet. I'm going to do that actually tomorrow because tomorrow we have Utopian Roulette at 7 p.m. Might be the most fun show I've ever done. Hope you guys can join me for that tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
And that misses for ball 4.
I have 50
Walk that starts at the bottom of the 4th.
unique outcomes for games to determine 16 games. So we're gonna spin the wheel, get an outcome, and then find out who it benefits tomorrow at 7 o'clock
Next to bat will be
p.m.
cleanup batter. Willie
p.m.
Stargell
of course.
walk his first time up.
How did everyone's teams do tonight in the majors? The Mets got a win. I believe the Brewers lost tonight.
On its way. High fly
Stargell to deep center field,
Mullins
caught at the wall.
back, but he has it for the first down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Now at the plate here is Bill
It is
Mazeroski.
very hard to root against a Roberto Clemente.
He's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
All right, so there's a question. Best places to eat in Chicago. He's going to be there September 2nd for baseball and football. I'll make 2 recommendations. Gino's East for pizza Al's beef for lunch.
Clemente stands at first.
Whenever I go to Chicago for the day, I try to hit at least one of those. Gino's East, the best deep dish in the country.
There goes the runner.
Al's beef, great Italian roast beef combo sandwich,
At second.
as featured on Man vs. Food.
But that pitch was so far out of the zone, it really made it hard for the hitter to make any contact.
Clemente, it looks like, was gunned down on strikes, or caught stealing, I should say.
The 1-2
Looks like we had
is a wave and a miss. He struck out.
Mazeroski down on strikes. So end of 4.
Bucks go down quietly. They trail this one 1-0.
Jonathan agrees. Put Al's in the top 5. Gino's in the top 3. Jonathan, I'm really thinking about getting tickets for that doubleheader, Cleveland, Chicago, on the 23rd of July. I'll let you know.
Right-handed reliever standing 6'3" gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
All right, Babe Adams is done, apparently. New pitcher for the Pirates.
New inning set to get underway.
Harvey Haddock's now pitching.
Catcher Pedro Severino. The 1-1. Swing and a liner.
Leadoff single for the Orioles. I got to be honest,
But it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
a leadoff double for the Orioles. I don't know what DDD is, but I'll have to defer to the other boys.
And then let him swing away. Depends on how much confidence they have in him with the bat in his hands.
All right, so Hoyles leads off with a double. Jim Palmer at the plate.
In now, Jim Palmer. Now Isenka runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
How often do injuries come into play based on career inactivity? So the way injuries work in the Utopian, we don't do any career-ending stuff, season-ending stuff. If I can see an injury in a box score that we use to pull from the past, I'll write it into the storyline. So if a guy exits for like a bone bruise, we'll have him sit for a week or a couple days. The rosters are so deep that if a Lou Gehrig gets hurt, you got Don Mattingly right behind him. So nobody's going to miss the year. If a guy's struggling, he might lose a spot in the rotation. Jerry Koosman lost tonight against the Cubs. He's 0-7. So the Mets are going to go with Bobby Ojeda going forward. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Okay. I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out. I love food. I used to watch Man vs. Food all the time. I've seen Anthony Bourdain's old show. I'll have to check it out.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Admittedly, and this is on me, I don't watch TV. I watch SNL, baseball, and that's about it. Lou never did get hurt, correct. Every single player in the universe gets days off, though, because of the way the rosters are built. I loved Don Mattingly as a kid. Out at the plate, that's how the inning ends in the 5th. I love Don Mattingly, so Mattingly gets at least 1 start a week at first base for the Yankees. We're not trying to duplicate anything MLB did. We're using the history to celebrate an alternate reality. And, of course, Lou Gehrig is going to get most of the starts for the Yankees. Danny's got another question. When, if ever, do you think you will make a Utopian haul based off what they did in this league? That's a good question. We're in year 3, so I haven't even begun to think about that yet. I hope to do this for the rest of my life, so I think the Hall of Fame is going to have to be left to the ones that'll take this over at some point.
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in the outfielder, Ben Gamble.
Good question, though.
Now the
We do have end of the year awards, MVP, most valuable pitcher, things like that. I just like the idea that we're creating this alternate reality where a Sandy Koufax can face a Mike Trout, Roberto Clemente can step into the box against a Christy Mathewson. Andy Van Slyke down on strikes. Jason Kendall, the batter. Palmer's been crafty tonight. He's working on a shutout here in the fifth. 2-2 count to Kendall. McCutchen on deck. Jason Kendall with a one-out single. What did I just say, Matt Vasgersian? There's Palmer's line tonight. 4 1/3, 2 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts. Hit 68 pitches. He's walked 3. Does anyone remember what line of underwear Palmer wore? I don't. I can't think of it right now. I don't know. Was he a Hanes guy? Was he a Fruit of the Loom guy? Here's Andrew McCutchen.
Here it comes on 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Stallings, base runner at first with 1.
Jockey. Good call. McCutchen to deep left field. Robinson's going to look up, and that's going to get out of here. Andrew McCutchen has left the yard for a 2-run homer to make it 2-1 Pittsburgh here in the fifth. All right, so Harvey Haddix is done after 1 inning tonight. We're going to have a pinch batter here. Archie Vaughn, pinch hitting. Sassoon pants. Boy, the memories that we're conjuring tonight. Another soft pretzel sighting in the stands here. Look at Ripken. Safe. All right, Earl Weaver coming out here. He's sporting a mustache tonight. Unless that's the pitching coach. What the hell, bro? Was it jockeys you wore, or was it Fruit of the Looms? The boys in the UBU were just wondering. Here's Hannes Wagner. And on first, 1 out. Pirates lead at 2-1 here in the fifth. You're watching Late Night. They're going to get him. Archie Vaughn gunned down. Frank Grant puts the tag on him. Great throw by Hoyles. 2 away now. 3-2 count to Wagner.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
Lines to Robinson, and the vacuum takes care of business. Here's that McCutchen homer. Top of the sixth, Pirates lead at 2-1, 4 hits apiece. Harvey Haddix now the pitcher of record for the Pirates. He only went 1 inning. Jason Grilli now pitching for the Pirates here in the sixth. Pirates lead it 2-1, Frank Grant leading off the sixth. Singled in the third inning. Francisco Liriano warming in the bullpen for Pittsburgh. 1-2 pitch to Grant. Gets him on strikes. It's going to bring up Cal Ripken, hit that RBI double in the first. That was a wicked pitch. How do you hit that? You can't. You simply can't.
Stepping in now, Cal Ripken.
That would have been funny if they gave Cal Ripken a different Cal Ripken stance for every at-bat in this game. Because he had about a dozen of them.
And he just misses inside with the fastball.
Eddie Murray on deck.
Eddie Murray waits on deck. The 3-1. Grounder hit hard down the
Bounces one foul.
a foul ball, and it's full out with 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think you'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner.
That's a great story. Danny says Francisco Liriano flicked him off at Wrigley once for reading off his stats. I'm assuming they were not great stats. I want to get, I don't know if he's watching tonight. Greg, if you're watching, I want to get you on at some point to tell your side of the story. Greg's probably one of my oldest friends in this group. He got into an altercation with Brewers middle reliever Chuck Krim in like 1990 at County Stadium. It's one of my greatest memories of life. I think it was on a dare too. I think I dared him to do it. And Krim got riled up. Other Brewers relievers had to hold him back. We were, by the way, 14 years old. One of the greatest nights of my life. I want Greg to tell that story, though, on these airwaves at some point. So they walk Murray. Orioles have 2 on with 1 out here. 6th inning. Pirates lead at 2-1. 2 Hall of Famers there talking. Brooks Robinson coming up. As I mentioned earlier, he's got 9 homers to lead the Orioles this year. Great story about Eddie Murray. I want to thank everyone for contributing to Late Night tonight. This is and I'm not just saying this is my favorite show of the week, the Late Friday show. Our next game stream is Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We've got the Tigers and Nationals. 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. Sunday morning baseball brought to you by Out of the Park 22. Frank Robinson's 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th. 2 on, 2 out. 1-1 count. Jason Grilli looking into Jason Kendall. Jason's in stereo. This should end the inning. All right, what do we do in Pittsburgh? Pierogies? Pierogi race? We're watching Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. All right, Bill Madlock leading off the 6th. He's 0 for 2. Jim Palmer still in the game for the Orioles. His first start in about 4 weeks for the Orioles. Replacing Scott McGregor in the rotation. They can't replace Urban Shocker. He's 5-0. So something had to give. Danny's a fan of late nights.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off.
Yeah, I think next year I'm just going to have to be creative with when we do shows. I can't do them during game. You know, like if the Brewers or Mets are playing, that's what I'm doing. So I don't want to necessarily try to do too many shows when those are on. Tomorrow I'm doing prime time because I think it's going to be a big show. I think tomorrow is going to be the most fun I've had on the air. Clemente down on strikes. Tomorrow we're debuting Utopian Roulette at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to do that probably once a month going forward. I love, by the way, and I've mentioned this before, Pittsburgh is one of my favorite cities in the country. I might move there at some point. PNC is my favorite park. I miss Primanti Brothers. I was in Pittsburgh in 2017, the night the Penguins won the Cup. I believe they won it in Nashville, but I was in Pittsburgh the night they won it. Double play ends the inning. If I end up in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna probably be a season ticket holder for the Pirates. All right, Mike Devereaux leading off the seventh. He's 0 for 2.
Down by 1. I'm interested to see how they approach this as an offense, especially if they get someone on base early in the inning.
Do you remember the steakhouse?
Try and manufacture that run, just trying to get that one run across. Others, they're going to look for one.
Devereaux draws a leadoff walk here in the seventh. Orioles trail 2-1 here on late night.
Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Chris Hoyles is 1 for 2. He doubled in the fifth. Jason Gurley's second inning of work here. Babe Adams only went 4 tonight. Haddocks went 1. They pinch hit for him, and this is Gurley's second inning. Haddocks is the pitcher of record. Eric Gregg calling balls and strikes tonight here in the Utopian. One of our 16 crew chiefs. Orioles are going to have a couple men on here with nobody out in the seventh. Let's see if they pinch hit for Palmer with a chance to maybe take a lead here in the seventh. New pitcher for the Pirates. Jamison Talion coming on for the Pirates. Palmer's hitting for himself here. Let's see if they ask him to bunt. Pulls it back. 2-1 count to Palmer. 2 on, nobody out here in the seventh. Orioles trailing 2-1.
Pitches and maybe put yourself in a situation where you could walk him. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down.
All right, we're going to have a full count here. Pittsburgh managed by Chuck Tanner here in the Utopian. Earl Weaver for the Orioles. So Palmer down on strikes on the bunt attempt with 2 strikes. So we got a 2-1 count here to the leadoff batter, Al Bumbry. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Chuck Tanner has one of my favorite baseball quotes all time. He said, "Greatest thing in the world is to win a baseball game. The second greatest thing in the world is to lose a baseball game." 3-2 count to Bumbry. Deep right field, playable, caught. Runners have to stay put. First and second, 2 outs. Frank Grant is 1 for 3. Yeah, I got Leland in Detroit, Sparky in Cincinnati. That one's punched foul. A couple of managers in the Utopian in the hot seat. We have 12 teams that haven't made the postseason yet. If we make it 3 straight, we may have to look at some changes. Italian looks into Kendall. 2-2 count. The pitch to Grant. Fouls it off. Pitch number 16 for Italian. Clemente makes a shoestring catch, makes it look easy to end the inning. Stretch time here in Pittsburgh, folks. It's 2-1 Pirates. Bill Mazeroski, he's hit at least one big home run that I can recall in history versus the New York Yankees in 1960. Oh, what a play out there. Mike Devereaux. Palmer's still pitching for the Orioles. It's like this is a jockey infomercial. Andy Van Slyke, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Palmer makes the play. Yeah, I agree, especially in the Utopian with the pitching, the rich pitching. You got Pat Dobson, who could have come in, given you an inning there.
Now the 2-1.
Palmer's at 103 pitches right now. Facing Jason Kendall.
So a full count now.
Barely misses there. Full count. 2 outs here in the 7th. Pirates lead it 2-1. 2-run homer by McCutchen in the 5th.
Easy fly ball into shallow.
Cal Ripken had an RBI double earlier in this game. We head to the 8th. Orioles trailing 2-1. It's late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. Danny Pearson's here. Tom McLean. Jonathan Baseball Harmony.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the
We're going to see
area, and I believe that means we're going to have
a double switch here. Another new pitcher for the Pirates. Looks like they're going to the lefty, John Smiley. Nope, it's the righty. Roy Face pitching for the Pirates. Cal Ripken's son. He's 1 for 1 tonight. RBI double. 1-1 count here from Face. 8th inning, 2-1 Pirates.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2 ball, 1 strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Ripken to deep left. Forget it, folks. Van Slyke didn't even move. Cal Ripken ties it in the 8th, 439 feet.
A solo shot here to left, and just like that, this ball game is all tied.
Drama here in Pittsburgh tonight. Let's take a look at it again. And look at Van Slyke in left.
Interested to see how this one finishes out.
He didn't even look. I love that they wrote that into the game. Cal Ripken with both RBIs for the Orioles tonight. So now it's down to the bullpens, or at least for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's on their 5th pitcher.
Fastball, but it misses. 3-1. Brooks Robinson is on deck. No outs, nobody on. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. And some action now with the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
John Smiley, the lefty.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2.
That's a foul ball. The right-hander is Mike Hanrahan. I'm relying on some chicken scratch in my notebook here.
And he lays off.
Murray draws a walk after the homer by Ripken.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase.
Brooks Robinson, the batter, leads this team in homers with 9.
Gotta tip the cap to the batter that time.
Stepping in once again is Brooks Robinson.
Brooks is 0 for 3 on the night. The 1-1.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is hit high
Deep
in the air.
left field.
Center. Alfred's in pursuit. He tracks it
Caught
down.
at the
Nice
warning
run.
track.
And there's one away.
Murray's got to hold it first.
Well, that was certainly a tough play, and we're taking another look with Show Track. Seemed to get a pretty good read off the bat, carved out a nice route, and ended up covering over 110 feet to make the play. I'm sure he's happy with himself about that one.
Here's Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
Into the box, Austin Hayes. Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Hard hit toward the hole.
It's going to be a base hit. Wild throw. That's going to be an error on Van Slyke. That's going to advance both runners. The 6th Pirates pitcher coming on now, Mike Hanrahan. He's 6'3", 225. He's probably a 2XL if he orders a Utopian Baseball Universe t-shirt. God, I'm a whore.
At the plate, Anthony Santander.
Bouncer to second. 2 down. Runners have to hold. Second and third, 2 outs. 2-2 game here in the 8th. Good game here on late night. Chris Hoyles is 2 for 3. He's doubled and singled.
He'll do his best to bring home the go-ahead run from third, 90 feet away. Ready with the 1-1.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
And he does walk him to load the bases. Now, this is interesting. Now, Palmer's due up. What are they going to do here? I think we all agreed they should have pinch hit for him, and they will. All right, folks. Adam Jones pinch hitting for Palmer here. The bases loaded, 2 outs. We're looking at a full count here now. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. 2-2 score. The pitch. Great game tonight from PNC. The payoff from Hanrahan. They get him. Oh, and the Orioles fail to score. What was he looking for? Middle of the 8th, it's 2-2. All right, new pitcher for the Orioles. It is Pat Dobson. Dobson's 0-1 in the year. He's got an ERA at an even 3. Facing Andrew McCutcheon, who hit that 2-run homer for the Pirates in the 5th.
That was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
This could be trouble. Grant makes the play, 1 away. Palmer's final line, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts, 104 pitches. Game 2 in this series tomorrow. We got a good one. Urban Shocker versus Smokey Joe Williams. And then on Sunday, we got Mike Cuellar versus John Candelaria. Hannes Wagner here with 2 outs in the 8th. He's 0 for 3. He lined out to Brooks Robinson his last time.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
Scott McGregor and Mike Boddicker warming for the Orioles.
And 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. High in the air out towards
This should end the inning, folks. We head to the 9th. It's 2-2. Late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe. Someone's winning tonight on their last at bat. Top of the order, Bunbury, Grant, and Ripken. Bunbury's 1 for 4, singled and scored. Leadoff walk.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Frank Grant is 1 for 4. Singled in the 3rd. Cal Ripken on deck, followed by Murray. Grant lays one down. Looks like it's a good one. Bunbury's going to advance to second with 1 out. And the man of the hour for the Orioles tonight, Cal Ripken Jr. RBI double in the 1st. Solo homer in the 8th. It still hasn't landed yet. Jonathan, father of the year tonight, taking care of the sick kids. You got to do what you got to do. We're gonna keep this game up a la carte. You can watch this anytime within the Facebook group or on YouTube, where we're up to 46 subscribers. That's big time. And I just want you to know that there was a point at some point when Lady Gaga only had 45. I will have you know, Jonathan, next year we're rebranding. I think I announced this a couple days ago. Late Night with the Utopian Baseball Universe will simply be Midnight Madness next year. And we're going to do it earlier next year, probably 11 Central. Maybe move it up by a half hour or so. Murray's going to put the Orioles on top here in the ninth with an RBI double. Orioles go ahead here 3-2 in the ninth. Yeah, so next year we're consolidating because we do late night with the Utopian Baseball Universe every Friday night, and then Midnight Madness just kind of pops up whenever. We're just going to make Midnight Madness the Friday night branding. Do that every Friday, move it up by about half hour. That'll be MLB The Show going forward. The reason being is that it's hard for me to say, like, oh, hey, we're going to do Midnight Madness in like 2 hours on no notice.
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
So they're going to walk Robinson here.
Sam Howard takes over now.
7th pitcher for the Pirates tonight, John Smiley. Yeah, we're not going to do Monday through Thursday late nights next year for sure. We'll still do Midnight Madness occasionally during the month. Try to do those on Saturday nights if I can. The problem with me is that I'm just getting busier lately. So I haven't done a Midnight Madness now for about 10 days.
Sometimes you have bad barrel accuracy.
2-2 count here to Frank Robinson. It's 3-2 Orioles.
Here it is.
Pitch gets away. They get him. So the Orioles run out of a rally here, but Eddie Murray puts them on top with the RBI double. We head to the ninth. We'll see who's coming on for the Orioles for the save. It's either going to be Olsen or Britton. All right, Zach Britton asked to get the last 3 here. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Pirates. This is Bill Madlock. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2.
2-1 count to Madlock. Orioles lead at 3-2.
Just got a piece to the right side.
Foul ball. We do it again. 2-2.
And another foul ball.
Fights that one off. Might do a Midnight Madness next Saturday. Not tomorrow, but next Saturday.
Popped him up. Murray has a play. 1 down.
I'll be at the Chinooks games Friday and Saturday this week. Opening night is Friday night for the Chinooks. I'll be there alone on Saturday. Roberto Clemente's 1 for 2. He doubled in the first. Facing a 1-1 count here. Zach Britton trying to close it down for Baltimore. Willie Stargell on deck. This one's going to slice foul. 1-2 pitch to Clemente. There's my sweetie.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you can back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
2-2 count to Clemente. Piper.
Here's the 2-2.
Clemente down on strikes. He doesn't like the call.
Pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Pirates down to the final out here. Willie Stargell pops, as it were. Lefty on lefty. The 1-2 count. Britton looks into Hoyles. The pitch. Stargell to deep center. Playable. And that's how this one ends, folks. The Orioles, in comeback fashion, get a solo homer in the 8th, an RBI double in the 9th, and the Orioles take game 1 of this 3-game series. The finals 3-2.
3-2 to finish in tonight's game. Baltimore came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Dylan Tate pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Klizak,
We'll do an abbreviated post-game show here. We'll take a look at the box score.
or make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
That's how it ends. 8 hits for the Orioles, 4 hits for the Pirates, 1 error. Take a look at the box score for the Orioles. Cal Ripken, I would say, probably the player of the game. 2 RBIs, 2 of the 3 RBIs. Palmer went 7. I'll have to rewatch. I forgot who I had pitched the 8th for the Orioles. He got the win. I probably have to look at the rosters here. Oh, Pat Dobson. Pat Dobson, the winner. Take a look at the Pirates. Everyone pitched for the Pirates tonight, it seemed. I think it was Hanrahan the loser. Britton the save. I'll rewatch it. Just the last inning or two. Anyway, that's the final, folks. Baltimore 3, Pittsburgh 2. I can't stress this enough. Tomorrow night's going to be a lot of fun. 7 o'clock Central, Utopian Roulette. 50 game outcomes on a wheel. We're going to spin it 16 times. And then we're going to spin to see who those outcomes benefit. Could we see a no-hitter tomorrow? Could we see someone hit for the cycle? Could we see a big multi-homer game? 20-inning marathon? Who knows? Join us tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central for that big show, Utopian Roulette debut episode. For Danny Pearson, Jonathan Lee, Tom McLean, this is Joey Buckhold saying good night. And we'll see you tomorrow, folks.